Well, will this microphone make the sound from the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 any better, as it is the Insta360 mic? Right, as you can see, it's arrived. All I've done is remove the label, or labels. It's still sealed, so let's see what's inside. You'll have to excuse my workbench. I'm currently making a handbag for my sister, and I'm about halfway through it, so rather than put everything away, I've just moved everything to one side. Okay, let's see if we can get into the package, which is proving a bit difficult. I shall come back to you once I've peeled it. Right, I've actually sliced it open, the box, so let's see what's inside. Rather a large amount of packing and a small box, the Mic Air. So, what do we have inside the box? Well, the box tells you what's inside. In theory, it's just the transmitter, and we're going to try that. And of course it's sealed, so let's just cut that open. Very useful little knife, this, actually, and it's exceptionally sharp, so be very careful. If I can find out where I got it from, I'll put a link below, because you just snap off the blades as they're used. Right, okay, so inside you have the user manual in various languages, and inside that is a nice little pouch. It is actually, that feels very nice indeed. I imagine it cost quite a lot of money, the pouch. Okay, opening it up, there are two compartments. Let's try the right hand compartment. In here you've got the Mic Air, which I don't know if you can see that. Let's put that. It's about 1 inch by 1 inch, approximately 1 inch by 1 inch. Then there's a magnet and a clip. The magnet is a bit smaller than 1 inch by 1 inch, and then there's this clip. So I imagine that just, it doesn't go that way, it goes that way. Okay, so it doesn't go towards the Insta360, it goes the other way. Ooh, that's quite a tight fit. Let's try this. Yep, and again, so this you could wear with a shirt or something like that. I actually have a magnet inside my helmet, so I'm hoping that this will connect to it. I don't really want to put two of these on. Okay, so we'll just move those up. Ooh, yes, they're quite strong, those magnets. They don't want to be together. I suppose if I turned them over, yep. If I turned them over, then, yeah. As you can see, they're certainly attracted to each other. Right. Let's stop playing. Inside the other side, we have a USB cable with and a lanyard with so this will be to go around your neck, I imagine, and that will then clip on. Yep. You have the charging cable. I think I'll turn that the other way around so it doesn't actually want to be attracted to things. let's have a look. Okay, there's a slot at the top, and there's a ridge here, so that locks in. Again, it's magnetic, and then it locks down. Okay, and finally, I think it's finally, yep, finally you've got a muff. Now, a dead cat, or as it's small, would we call it a dead kitten? There are two button press places on the sides. Now, I've been told not to remove the dead kitten because it's a pain in the ear to get it back on. So you can actually put the Insta360 Air into the holder. Oops. Either way round, because you have the buttons on the sides there. Oops, I managed to turn it on somehow. Let's just turn it off. I think it's a long press, if I remember rightly. Yep, it is. I haven't read the instructions, but I have looked at things online. So that's what's basically in the box. So the next thing is, I'm told I need to charge it up fully, so that I will do, and then we'll test it in the helmet and see what happens. Right, that didn't take very long to charge it up from about 30%, as they say. Just looked at the manual. It's in English and Chinese only, so if you're in France, you're out of luck. It's concise, but everything you need to know is in there. It tells you the items on it, and then what all the lights do, and then how to do various things with pressing the button, attaching it to the various accessories, and connecting it to the camera. So what we will do is we will connect it to the camera. So let's take it off the thing first. Now what it says, what I'll do is I'll put the instructions above, and if you've got a big telly you might be able to read it at the same time. You might not, but there we are. So those are the instructions there, and it says to turn it on, right, and press the button for 2 seconds, and we'll begin flashing rapidly. 01, 02. There we are, that's rapid flashing. So I shall get my camera, switch the camera on. The camera is on. Swipe down. Okay. Turn on the camera and access the shortcut menu, which we just have done. Bluetooth headset and microphone, which is that one there. Okay. And it's got the DJI Mic Mini, which is here, and it's found the air, so we will click on it, and it says it's connected. There are some dots, so let's see what we can do. So noise reduction, switch it on, and the light has gone green. I don't know if you can see that, but it's gone green. If I switch it off, it goes back to blue. You can see it's actually recording my voice. Sorry, I just banged the camera there. There doesn't seem to be many things that you can do. You can turn the indicator light on and off, and you can turn noise reduction on and off, and you can disconnect or delete it. Right, so that's it connected. The next thing to do is connect it to the helmet and take it for a ride. But just before we do that, they say it will automatically see it when you turn on the camera. So it's on, it's flashing. Okay, I'll turn on the camera. Let's see if it automatically sees it. So waiting. What will happen is we'll get a little icon, in theory, just somewhere about here. That's the theory. There we go. It's found it, and there we go. There's the little icon, the sort of iPod speaker thingies. Right, so that works. It's not exactly immediate, but it's not very long either. Okay, we'll connect it to the helmet and take it for a ride, see what it's like. There is one more step to do before we take it out for a ride, and that is to update the firmware. So I'm going to do that now, and to do that you need the Insta360 app. So we've opened the Insta360 app. It might take a moment or two to open on my phone, as this is an old phone, which I use for GPS and that type of thing on the bike. So we'll come back once it's connected. Right, it says tap me, so we'll tap me and accessory update. So tap accessory update, and now you have to make sure the Insta360 mic air is off and press for 6 seconds. So it's found it. So we'll click on it, and it says is up to date. So there's an interesting one, say fixed known issues. Nothing happens. So everything is up to date, so I can switch that off and we'll take it for a ride and see what happens. Okay, so we're going to do a test of the mic air, and we'll start with an in-town test of up to about 30 miles an hour, and then we'll be on an urban motorway which is 56 miles an hour, 90 kilometers an hour, which is 56 miles an hour. So we'll do those tests, so we'll come back once we've got to that. Okay, so this is a test at about 20 miles an hour, approximately. I'll just close the visor. So this is the Insta360 mic air at 20 miles an hour, approximately 20-25 miles an hour. We'll do 30 miles an hour in a moment. Okay, so this is now about 30 miles an hour, approximately 30 miles an hour. Oops. Slow down to my speed. As I say, the the Insta360 mic air at 30 miles an hour. One of the things I have noticed is that I have a magnet for the DJI Mic Mini attached to the inside of my helmet, and the polarities are not the same for the Mic Mini and the Mic Air. So at the moment, the mic air is attached precariously, but it is attached to the magnet for the DJI Mic Mini. I'm probably going to have to change them around depending on which is the better one of the two. We will see which is which. So it's a good test for me, because I need to see which is going to give me the best sound. They're both, as I say, this has the muff on, the dead cat, and noise cancellation set. So I've got the green flashing, the green light on that, and I'll do exactly the same for the DJI Mic Mini when we get to that. That's where I bought my FJR from, and unfortunately where they actually messed up the second gear change when they did the recall for the second gear. Never mind, that's life. So it went back 3 times and it's still not as it was when I got it. A lot more vibration than I should have. Looks like somebody's taken out his mirror. Right, we'll come back when we get on the urban motorway. Right, so we're about to join the urban motorway. We will start off at 70 kilometers an hour, which is about 40 miles an hour-ish. And then a bit later on, so 1, 2, 3, 4. As I was saying, and I'll repeat it so that we're saying the same thing, the magnet for the Mic Mini is not the same for the DJI Mic Air. The polarities are different, so consequently they don't attach properly in the helmet. So we need to put the other magnet in. The problem is I'm not too sure where it's going to go. Not too sure. Right, here we go. So 90 is 56. I'll be staying in this lane. We're down to about 40. And we'll come back to you once we get up to 60 again, or thereabouts. Okay, we're up to 90 kilometers an hour, which is 56 miles an hour, and just because of the discrepancy on the speedo, it is about 10% out, so that should be 56 miles an hour approximately. There, we should be doing exactly 90 by the GPS. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll repeat, the magnets are not the same. The magnet for the DJI Mini and the Insta360 Mic Air, the polarities are not the same. We'll have to add a new magnet in there. So that's the test of the Mic Air. Well, that's it for the test. Since recording this video, I've had some thoughts as to why the sound is bad, and I'll be testing that later. Please like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.